This next topic, kind of, I guess you talking about people being impressionable. This is Glorilla. Y'all familiar with Glorilla?
Mm-hmm.
She talking about being toxic in your 20s, right? I'm gonna play the video. Hopefully, I can hear it. If not, it is what it. I'll explain it, whatever the case is like. So,
hey, ladies, how on you? Well, I'm gonna call my twin, and I just want to let y'all know: be toxic for the rest of your 20s. You only get one life. Live your toxic 20s. You never get to be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23, 24, none of that ever again in your life. Be toxic, because don't get in your 30s thinking you could just go slashing tires and doing all this crazy shit. You too old for that now. You too mature. Be toxic for the rest of your 20s. And if you delusional, turn this shit up a notch. Enjoy the rest of your 20s. You only get to do this shit one time.
So again, we talking about there's young girls who are hearing this. You know what I mean? So what's your thoughts on this?
Child.
You know when they start off with
I'm
that,
31. Let's start there.
Yeah, there's no age on toxicity.
There's no aim to be
toxic.
Yeah,
that's toxic. Yeah, well,
right.
She did sanction it.
She said, "Don't be mature when you're 30. Be toxic in your 20s. Get it out your system."
How do you get it out of your system when you turn 30? The day you turn 30, I'm not toxic anymore.
I feel like it's not more so like, okay, I'm 30 now, boof. But it's like, I've been through this, I've been through that. I saw how I did this, and the reaction I got to that was like this. It was negative or however so. And it's just like, all right, I live and I learn. I know I'm never going back there. I'm 30. I probably have kids. If not, I don't have kids, but I'm on a whole different type of mindset. If I'm not married, I'm looking for a man to settle down with. So I just feel like I understand. I'm 24, so I kind of understand what she mean a little bit. It's not really like be toxic, but it's like live your life.
Yeah, because I don't think toxic is the right word.
Yeah, toxic is not the right word.
Because we all had those 20s.
Yes,
we all had
but that goes back to what he said before with the last topic. It's just like word what you're saying in a different way. Like be intentional with what you're saying, because we probably took it all different type of ways when we first saw it until we really sat down and had that conversation. Like, okay, I see what she means. Like, live your life. Don't go a little crazy if you feel like you need to go crazy, but don't lose yourself. That's how I see it as.
And I hate to cut you off, but I'm like truly disgusted. Only because, we can't excuse her. We cannot excuse, because if you're saying, oh, maybe she meant it this way, maybe
she said what she said. Yeah, she said what she said.
She's a grown woman, and if I'm gonna connect stuff to how her music is portrayed or what her actions is showing, I think she definitely understand what she said, and she doesn't give a fuck about what she said because it goes back to you supporting what she. Like Pastor Poppy Don when he said, so that's what she's pushing, toxicity. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Shake your ass, sell your ass, pop that coochie. So if that's what her message is, I don't see her meaning something else when she's saying be toxic in your 20s. She really saying be toxic in your 20s. Facts. And women are not understanding how stupid they are for listening to that.
How dangerous it is.
It is.
It's a dangerous narrative. And I'm with you on that. I feel like overall, the music industry, I don't listen to any of this new music. I'm listening to 90s R&B every day. Because
it makes sense.
Hell no.
I can't get onto it that much.
I just little F and F, but
I can't. Don't get me wrong. I like Gloria, right? I think she's not Gloria.
Is that really
like her name? Like that's my homegirl. But I do feel like a lot of these new artists don't realize they're plants.
Yeah.
You don't see Z100 and what they're to the Caucasian people.
Do you have any examples of these plants? You use that word.
Absolutely.
Is there somebody?
Glorilla, all of the mainstream artists, definitely Sexy Red.
Oh yeah.
Sukiana.
I would even consider them, honestly, they're not rappers, they're entertainers. That's why I'm like,
they're industry plants that are planted to kind of further destroy us, because they're not doing that to other cultures. You don't hear the music and what the shake ass and like take all his money, or even for the men, like the artists that we have, where it's just like F itches, like that's not,
and pushing drugs when
pushing drugs, pushing murder and killing each other and all of that stuff. Like,
I mean, the rappers, the male rappers, they talk about all this craziness, but and correct me if I'm wrong, how often you be like, when you do hear somebody say, "Oh, kill that nigga," they don't blatantly say it like, I don't know.
They do.
If I look at the lyrics, I feel sad when I change who it is.
Energy.
I'm gonna Google who it is.
And
Niggas just died. What?
And we say as a people, when they do that, like, let's say, for example, the NBA YoungBoys who promotes violence inside and outside his music, right? Mm-hmm. We're all saying, hey, that's stupid. Why are you online doing this? Why can't we say the same thing to her?
We can. We are.
We can.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are just not ready to have that separation. Like, if you can see behind the clownery.
Yeah.
And saying it and holding them accountable and them actually. I have seen a lot of women speak up against those artists that you named. But again, if the numbers are still they're going to, you know what I mean? It's just like with the rappers. We talk about NBA YoungBoy, his numbers are still hitting. No matter how many you know what I mean? Like, no matter how many somebody hold him accountable, if people are still going to listen to it. Like, it's nothing like, the only way they're going to change, the only way the music is going to change when people stop listening and the numbers aren't there. Then it's like, all right, this is the data is showing me that this ain't what they want to hear. You get what I'm saying? So now they have to be more conscious. They have to go, love making or R&B. Like, R&B is totally different now than it was back in the day.
But
like,
what the radio is pushing. I hardly listen to the radio, but I'm in my car and I listen to the radio. I had the same thing in the span of an hour, like 5 times.
Programming.
And who's listening to it is not the people who are paying for Apple Music or Spotify or Tidal. It's the kids. It's the older people playing the music in the car with their kids. That's how it works. It's the kids that are consuming all of this stuff. It's not the grown-ups who don't want to hear it. It's the kids that are consuming it. So and they're going on YouTube and watching it, and they're going on TikTok and listening to it. It's not being pushed to the people that are actually spending the money. It's being pushed to the kids.
Making forever customers.
It's always been like that, though, I would say.
That's for sure.
I remember when I was younger, I knew all the lyrics. Now I'm like, I just know the hooks. Like,
I know like, no.
Yeah, I think that rhetoric that she spoke is dangerous, whether you're a male or a female. It's just, and then oftentimes when you do live that toxic lifestyle, that could lead to, there's going to be ramifications for that. And then it's unfair to, when you're in your 30s and now y'all want to start doing Sierra's prayer and stuff like that. now the guys that have actually made something of themselves are now being told, well, you have to, settle for this woman who had kids by another man because she wanted to be toxic when she was younger, or she wanted to, whatever the case is. Like, you get what I'm saying? So now the guys the same way. If people are telling guys to be toxic to women, oh, fuck these women, that you also you're contributing to the trauma that these women are experiencing, and then those women are going to give the trauma to the guys. It's not work like, so it's just a cycle.
It's a cycle.
You know what I mean? So we need to spend more time focusing on, not be toxic, be good individuals to people. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
you could just say have fun in your 20s.
Right.
That's what I
that would have been better.
Yeah. But I understand.
What she said was
that.
completely different
from
what she said. Because being toxic and you saying, like, you're going to go through your things and you're going to learn so that you're prepared for your 30s.
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody who's real toxic in their 20s. I was super toxic in my 20s, and I still have toxic traits.
Well, what's an example of super toxic? Give us an example of super toxic. You slashing tires? Breaking windows?
Maybe not slashing tires and breaking windows, but being a lot of pull-ups, a lot of pull-ups, saying things that I don't mean, and being
taking you out your character,
right? Not being who I think, who I was raised to be, not being the best version of myself, not being someone that, when I look back at it, I'm embarrassed, like stuff like that.
But it's learning lessons, like you say.
But I never was intentionally like that. But I was so good at doing it without somebody like, oh, be toxic. Like, I don't know what I would have done if somebody was encouraging me to be like that.
And not to mention,
to even not be
a
like
higher
that.
battery.
Not to mention,
being toxic is lit.
When it's happening,
I'm about to up it.
One mic.
Sorry. Yeah, when it was happening, my friends are not like, yeah, do that. Yeah. Like, I had friends that was like, maybe
you're bugging.
You bugging out. Not there. Like, be toxic, girl. Do that.
Shout out to your friends. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ladies be holding it down for each other. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong. Right or wrong, y'all. Yeah, exactly.
That sisterhood is powerful.
If they can hold you accountable, I need to meet your friends.
That's real friends. Those are real friends.
Yeah, that's real friends.
Oh, they men?
I said they're amazing.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was right.